Hi everyone, we're back on again. My computer decided to just go haywire on me, freeze and restart. And I did not restart it this time. It just poofed by itself. Sometimes when this happens, that's Spirit's way of saying, hey, not tonight. Um, so let's get back on. And as I talk about JONBENET Ramsey today, we are going to be high. We're back at it again. Yes, guys, we're back. I promise you, this computer is good now. It's good. Um, so back to what we were originally speaking about. We're going to be talking with JONBENET Ramsey tonight. Hopefully she will come through. Let me just get this keyboard out of the way, my mouse, and my notebook. Hi, Tammy. We got it taken care of. Thank goodness. Colleen, April, closer to you. We're back at it again. So, as I stated before, I do not want to immediately assume that these people did it. We all know the case. It's very public. There's pretty much everything and anything that's been made to the public eye. Hello again, everybody. Thank goodness you're back. I'm sorry about that. This third time's a charm, I guess, right? So I want to be in an understanding. I know things look. Hi, Miss Ashley. How are you, sweetie? Tracy, hi. I want to be in an understanding that even if I feel the Ramseys are guilty, I go by what Spirit tells me. Even if it feels a little off, Spirit will show me things through moving my own emotions out of the way sometimes and showing me their thoughts, their emotions, things that happened. Hi, Barbara. Yes, rest in peace. Definitely. So there's a lot of things in that case that are really, ambiguous to everything that we've seen. It's right there in your face. And sometimes we just need to dig a little deeper. Today, we're going to give JONBENET a voice here, a safe space. We're not going to assume anything, regardless of our feelings. Remember, something can look the way it looks on the outside, and inside, it's a really deeper situation. Keep your questions respectful. You can also, understand that this is a child we're going to be talking to. If she hasn't crossed over yet, she's going to be in the in-between. I don't know that yet. Like I stated before, I have not spoken to her yet. Hello. Patty. Okay. So we definitely have to look with more open eyes to the situation. I will give you some things that have already come through for me as I've been waiting for my computer to update. My question is, what happened? Who did it? When did it happen? How did it happen? Was there things going on in the home? What about the beauty pageants do I feel like I'm picking up on? I also heard Burke lied. If it's Burke, if I'm saying it right. He took my bracelet. I'm not sure what that means. Also, sun, prep, choke. Also, fruit. Now, I heard bowl, right? But I wrote bowel, Bowel. Not sure why that was spelled like that, but to me, I feel like that means something. So I respelt bowl and also the word lie. Yeah, it's definitely a quirky night tonight. Like I said, you guys are more than welcome to ask questions, but just keep in mind, we're going to be speaking with a child and possibly her family members. Stern. Okay. So I do have, like I stated, the REM pod is on and working in full effect. I did bring her something very pretty. This is actually from my, on top of my dresser. It's actually, it's just like a little perfume bottle, but I figured it would be very cute to use as a trigger object for her because butterflies represent transformation. You know, spread your wings and fly. So I figured I could use this as a trigger object for her and show her that she is like a butterfly. I also brought her, that was me. That was not anything. This is basically lip gloss and perfume. I could tell you a funny story about that, but I'm not going to right now. This has pretty little, you know, pretty little pink flowers in it. Little beautiful flowers. So I thought that that would be something cute for her. I don't know why I was drawn to this specifically, and maybe because it has to do with beauty pageant, something like that. I also wanted to show you quickly what I meant about rough crystals. Queen Bee, hello again. Remember I told you always buy rough crystals in their natural form. This is what I meant by rough crystal. Look at the connections in these pieces right here. My phone's going off. I'm trying to show you the definitions of it. Big chunk here. And then I'll show you the back because the back is just as beautiful. See all those little chunks just synced in the back? All little pieces. These are the kind of crystals that you want to use because they haven't been really manufactured too much. So the energy in the crystal hasn't really been cut off. It's still has a natural energetic form. And this is a smoky quartz. This is good to have around you when you're going through something harsh. Smoky quartz soaks in all that the negative energy or the stagnant energy, and it basically clears your energy field out. So this is good to have when you have like a really stressful day. Crystals have a natural essence to them, a natural life force, and they're honestly really good to have around you at all times. Look at that. That's just that beautiful, uneven naturalness to it. Nikki, yes, you are back. But yeah, it's been that kind of night already. I spent almost an hour trying to get us on here. Okay. Give me one moment. I'm just getting a message really quick. My piano music pops on. Don't mind it. Yes, rejoin. Thank you guys. But that was just one of the little simple natural pieces. You see? I think I've shown you this big chunk before. You see, this piece actually fell off my dresser at one point, so I brought it to the office where it was safer. But look at the definition in that. Just natural beauty. As you can see, it was part of a big geode. Okay, so I hope you guys have your questions ready for tonight. Make sure you understand that we're dealing with a child, and I did speak ahead of time of the video that I wanted anyone from her family or any of her spiritual team to assist her. If she can't, at least have them do it. That would have been fine by me as well. I just have to text my sister-in-law because I just got this weird vision of her and my nephew. I think they're eating something and they're watching me on YouTube. Sorry. Okay. All right. So tonight is going to be strictly about, almost said Sebastian, JONBENET Ramsey. Okay. So any questions outside of that, we can do after that. I am picking one person for a free reading on YouTube. I told people whoever wants a free reading, I'm going to draw from to put it under my my mugwort video. It's just easier to go to that video and see who puts their name down. For those who do not put their name under that video, I will not be putting you in that category to choose you, possibly choose you. I want it to be under that specific video for a reason. So I'm not looking at 12 different videos where people putting their names under a different video. I put it there for a reason. Also, I'm going to be speaking about Charlie Kirk for a second. When I was on my live the other day around 2 o'clock-ish, Spirit came through and stated something about the person that took his life. The pictures, something about the pictures don't add up. They're not the same. It's almost like I don't want to say conspiracy type thing, but things are just not what they seem, so to speak. I'm going to leave it at that. Spirit told me something about the pictures don't match. The ear, there's a picture that they want people to look at of the gentleman, or of the man that, took the man Charlie Kirk's life. And something doesn't match up, like the chin and the ear, something like that. So you guys can do your homework if you'd like. Kimberly, yes. So if you guys are up to that, go ahead and do that when you have time. But I needed to emphasize that because what was coming through for me Thursday, I believe it was. Friday, I didn't do a live. I didn't have time to. I was actually doing other things. So let's we'll get into the JONBENET session in about 5 minutes. I always pull a card, at least one card for somebody. This way, because by the end of the reading, I'm too tired. Hi, Wanda. I'm good. What about you? So tomorrow, I definitely won't be on a live. Monday, I'll be back. I am going to be doing lives every day at 2 o'clock. So it'll like half-hour live every day at 2 o'clock, so I can get my lives in with you guys. So you guys get more time with me. So every day at 2 o'clock, there will be a live. I also will be doing videos more so. I also spoke on about our Hallows Eve live. I'm going to be going to Salem this year, and I'm going to be doing my live from Salem, via Salem, Massachusetts this year. So I definitely will be on live walking around. A lot of people are interested in Salem, but a lot of people can't make it there. I've been there twice. Hi, Lane. So I will be doing our Hallows Eve live from via Salem. And I'm trying to figure out a good place to do it. It will be at nighttime or maybe even daytime, to be honest, just to see. Salem is my sister-in-law said, yes, I was watching you eating something. Hi, Angela. I'm not sure yet. I will keep you guys updated on that. My granddaughter is sending me videos as I speak. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a daytime or nighttime. It depends on, I'll probably just do a couple of short lives, but the main one I want to do is for Spirit, because I always try to have your family, all of your family come through, whoever shows up, and I give that reading for people. Laura, hi, yes, long time no see. Miss Jessica, hey. Okay, what do we got here? The balancing act. Now, usually I will say that's for a lot of people, but I also think that's a lot for me too lately. I've been having a lot of issues balancing my time and energy. So I feel like this is a roundabout for everybody. Definitely. We all know what a balancing act means during a card reading. There's something going on in your life that you need to balance, and sometimes overthinking and sometimes stressing over something more than the other is the hard part. For me, it's balancing my time with everything and everyone. For me, it's kind of hard to be all these different places and have time for myself at the end of the day. I'm sure we all feel that way in some fashion or another. Let's get, yeah, that's how I feel, Kimberly. It's been very difficult for me lately, with my readings and my business here, you know, just everyday life, work. There's a lot of different things that is definitely a challenge. And I feel like, yeah, I think that's everybody right now. And the fact that the moon cycle plays a big part in the way we feel as well. Like, remember, you have to remember the tides are influenced by the moon. Animals are influenced by the moon. Humans are influenced by the moon. They are some big cards, right? I like all sorts of cards, but they're more of, and I have 2 decks, so they look big, but they're really not. They're more wide than they are anything. Miss Wanda, hello. So I want you all to start coming up with questions for the case of JonBenet Ramsey. I'm sure most of you know who that is. It was a case that occurred in 1996. A 6-year-old little child her life was taken in her own home. Okay. Now, I don't want to jump to conclusions for that. I want to start off evenly with an even flow. I want to make sure that I don't just throw that out there and that's the end of the story. Yeah, I think she would have been 33 this year. Sadly, you know, can you imagine what she would have been in her life? She would have been something something great, something amazing. Oh, hi, Zig. How you doing, honey? Okay, so like I said before, we're going to be doing one case tonight. I don't want to hop around in my reading, okay? I'm hearing Stefan, like Stefan Stearns. I think that's Miss Maddie's case, correct? Because I'm getting stuff from JONBENET over here, and I'm getting stuff from yes, Maddie. Okay. Okay, Zig, don't do that to me tonight. As I stated, I will be having Ziggy on my channel. We will be discussing Summer Wells. I just haven't gotten to it. I'm trying to get back on here slowly but surely. Yes, okay, I thought so. Okay. So, as I channel JONBENET, I want you all to be clear that this is still a child to me. So we make sure we ask questions at the level of a child. Okay, that would be my only restrictive thing. Like, please don't ask questions that involve, you know, harsh level things. If you get my drift, I don't want this child, regardless if she's moved on to the other place. Soul is eternal, and I do not want to upset her and give her any reason to come and go quickly. Nana Kim, hello. Okay. I would like JONBENET Ramsey to please step forward. You have a safe space here tonight. You have a safe space of lineal time here. I like to say it that way because time in your existence is not the same. Linear time, lineage, yes. I would only like to speak to JONBENET Ramsey or a guide. You can be a guardian angel for her. I do not want anybody to come in and sway her into saying anything else but only what she wants to say. The truth. Remember so much. Time. Get this out of the way. Hi, Linda. Teresa, hello. Right, Zeg, you got it. So the first thing that came to mind was Mommy lied. Mom came. Remember so much. Given time, release. Hi, Susan. want to know why. I touched something I wasn't supposed to. And then lie again. Once I start asking your guys' questions, I won't be looking at the screen. The screen? Okay, guys, sorry. I'm having a tongue twister here. I will not be looking at the screen very often, okay? And as I was stating in my last live, I was getting things as in, you're right, I wrote it down. It was kind of weird to me. I was hearing the word fruit and then bowl, but I spelt bowel, which I thought was weird because you can't mix them two up. You're very conscious of what that says and what that means. Linda, don't ever apologize for something like that. You need to be better. Always put yourself first. Timestamp. A man. I heard a man speaking. Pineapple. Closer to you. She ate pineapple. Okay. Miss Linda is one of our troopers here. She is very, very strong in spirit and mind. And she's been battling with cancer. So if you all could take a moment for her and really put out some healing energy for her, say a prayer for her, something, because I feel all of that matters in some way. D. White, hi, Dolly, how are you? You just keep doing what you're doing, honey. That's all you can do. Keep it one step at a time. She touched Burke's. Oh, okay, sidekick. She touched Burke's bowl of pineapple and milk. Oh, okay, that's what she's talking about. Okay. Okay. Makes sense. Also, okay. I will just show you guys because this is what I got while I was just going through the motions of waiting and trying to connect with her then. Burke lied. He took my bracelet. Son, prep, choke. That's when I got the fruit, the bowl, but the bowel. For whatever reason, I put bowel. That has to mean something. Also, the word lie and patty. Also, done, mark, in 3. DNA. Excuse me, Lou. I'm just going to I want to give you guys just a look at what I have here. I wrote some things down myself, but I mean, that's a lot for, and then again, Mark, through, Patty, mourn, Burke. So there's a lot of different things that, like I said, I don't want to jump to conclusions yet. I just want to, I want to hear her side of the story. I want to give her a place to speak. So question 1. Question 1. Who has question 1? Remember, this is a live feed where you guys have access to asking questions. She was having accidents in her bed, and I've heard bowel movements as well in several of the reports. Kids usually don't do that unless there's some sign of, I don't want to say it. Okay, I don't want to speculate. From Tanya. And I feel like I'm not supposed to call her JONBENET. I feel like I'm supposed to call her this nickname. Almost like a smaller nickname, almost like something like Cookie, or something. Just, I'm not connecting with her name. Let me say that. I'm not connecting with her name. I'm supposed to call her something else. Let me put it that way. Oh, gotcha. Okay. That will be, I see a lot of the same questions about the basement. So let me get to Tanya's question first because she was the first one. JONBENET, what happened the night that, see, I don't want to say missing. And that's part of the reason why cases like that are out for a very long time. And I know of them. I usually don't work on them because we all know she didn't go missing. Okay. She was in that house. So I don't want to reference the question like that. I want to have it more in a roundabout way. You understand? Because she didn't go missing from her home. I feel like this was done right under everybody's nose. This was something that was, it's almost as if I'm being shown the big, beautiful house, and everything on the outside looks so perfect, but it was far from perfect inside the home. How about I ask Tanya, Tanya, I'm not dismissing your question. I'm gonna ask it in a different manner, which a lot of people are looks like they're having the same question. How did she end up in the basement? But the bowel thing adds up. I mean, I didn't understand what that even meant. That makes sense why I would have gotten bowel and bowl, which why I wrote bowel and then I wrote bowl on the side. So I just don't want to word it and confuse her. You know what I mean? Yeah, I didn't know she had an older half sister that passed away before her, though. So, and I did ask for someone to come in and help her if she needs help or speak for her. Okay. Okay, so let's get to the question here. Question 1. I'm really having a hard time saying her name. It's like doesn't want to come out of my mouth. If you guys realize, I keep how about JONBENET, I call you, well, I will call you by your name because it's respectful. Okay. I'm just more comfortable with you in a setting to where you're comfortable just being relaxed, and we don't have to be so formal. Okay. So if you want me to call you by your name, I will. If I can call you sweetheart or honey, if that's okay with you, I would rather be in a place where you're comfortable what I respect you as is you're by your name. But if you're uncomfortable with me calling you something else, I won't. It's fine. Okay. Yeah. Asking her what she wants to be called. Okay, sweetheart. Um, how did you get to the basement? Um, so when you show me this, okay, let me ask you this, sweetheart. When someone hurt you, was it upstairs or was it in the basement? Carrie. Okay. She was hurt upstairs. It was not in the basement. She tells me, carry me. They carried me. But here's the thing. And sweetheart, I want you, if sometimes it's hard for you to say it, you can show me, because showing me goes just as far as telling me as well, okay? I don't see a woman carrying her down. I see a man. I see a man's legs and almost, I would say almost like loafer shoes, like almost like men's dress shoes. I see stairs. Um, carry. Yep, they carried you, right? See, I'm referencing they, okay? How many people carried you to the basement? One. Okay. Thank you for correcting me. I don't want to rush in so hard. I want to give her a second. So we're going to give that in between second, okay? So, sweetie, when you showed me someone carrying you into the basement, okay? Who is that man? You can tell me, it's okay. Everybody, your little girl still, I think. Everyone, so you and I are talking, but this is a computer where everybody is talking to you on these words right here. And I'm not sure if JONBENET, I'm not sure if you can understand what all these words mean, but there are people that want to know questions about you on here. You can tell me who the man is. It's okay. No, you're not going to be in trouble for anything, honey. Because this person is an adult. What do you mean Burke lied? Has her brother's name Burke? Burke B. Burke. There's a lot of people, JONBENET, that want to know what happened to you. All these years have passed by, honey. I know time doesn't exist in where you are now, honey. But here, time has gone by here. And there are so many people that want to know what happened to you in that moment. Can you tell me who is the man? May I ask you a question? If so, Could you please let me know, was your dad the one that carried you down into the basement? Honey, questions like that are very hard to answer when I'm not aware of the understanding of things that went on in the home. Okay? Yeah, time has gone by here. She's asking, time has gone by here? Like, you have to remember, spirit, when they're taking sometimes in a way, they have a hard time understanding that, because in their linear space, time doesn't exist the way it does here. And she's asking, time has went by there? And her question is, I just want to know why. I want to know why. She seems like a very, very smart child. Can you tell me who that person was that carried you downstairs? Now she's showing me something about a blanket. Like something about a blanket. Almost like wrapping her in a blanket, I guess. Like and I'm not seeing it in color for some reason. I'm seeing it in like a I'm seeing it in a color of like a old brownish type color. It's not black and white. I see her in like I'm even seeing the person, the legs, the shoes in that way. Sweetie, was your dad the person that brought you down in the basement with the blanket? I'm not going to say it was if you don't tell me, okay? Can you tell me cover? I will get to your messages in just a minute, okay? I understand that, sweetie. She said, I just want to know why, because it hurt. It hurt really bad. Okay, sweetie, so, but you do understand, sweetheart, that no one can hurt you anymore. No one can hurt you. No one can bully you. No one can make you do anything that you don't want to do. JONBENET, can you tell me, sweetheart, who is the person that brought you down in that basement? I understand that. I know it's a lie. She said it's a lie. Everything happened upstairs. Upstairs. Oh, she's saying everything happened upstairs, but they made it look worse. They made it look worse. So I'm assuming she means by what happened to her happened to okay, I'm not gonna make assumptions. Never mind that. You guys are saying if you okay, she was wrapped in a blanket. I'm not sure. Because I don't want to mention that because I don't want to scare her away. JONBENET, how about this, sweetheart? Can you tell me anything about that day that happened and understand you don't have to be afraid here? You are safe with us, okay? I can't tell you why that happened, sweetheart, because sometimes awful things happen to people, to good people. And it's not fair that it happened to you. But I can't give you an answer on why that happened to you, sweetheart. Some people are just bad people. And it's not fair to you that happened to you. No, it's not. I mean, um, can you explain a little bit more to me, sweetie, so I can say it in a right way that you're telling me? Um, it's like saying almost I was always told I'm too pretty. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to do this. I have. It's kind of like making it to where um, because she had to live a certain way, she had to do certain things she didn't want to do. Um, oh, sweetie, I tried really hard to be normal. I tried really hard to be normal. There's nothing that you did, honey. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not your fault. Um, you have to understand, sweetie, sometimes the people that are supposed to protect us are the ones that hurt us. Now, I'm not going to say mom or dad hurt you or even your brother. I just want to know what I can tell people for you. I want to tell people your story and what happened to you because, sweetheart, nobody knows that answer yet. Nobody knows it. And we all just want to know why. We want to know why ourselves. If you could give us some information and let us know what happened to you, sweetheart. Oh, okay. She said about golf club. Golf club, I had a lot of hurt. DNA. She said I had, she speaks of the word golf club. I had a lot of hurt. And then she speaks about DNA. Um, that could be referencing, so when we speak about DNA, we speak about our ancestral DNA, our heritage line. How are you related to your family? Through DNA, right? Uh, yeah, April, definitely. Let me hold on. I'm missing some of these. Uh, blanket. See that, April, that a lot of people think that, but I just want to get her side of the story. And I don't want to assume that. I just want to know if she will say, Burke hit JB in the face with a golf club. She had to have plastic surgery. It it's as if the family ignored Burke's jealousy. Uh, right. Um, yeah. It's like on the outside, it just looks so picture perfect, but on the inside, it was very, um, it was just very ominous. Like it's very, one minute everything's okay, the next minute it's chaos. Um, Sweetie, when you say Burke lied, okay, what do you mean by that? Because you keep saying that to me. Burke lied. What did he lie about? Truth. He lied about the truth. Okay. Can you explain to me what that means? When you say he lied about the truth, truth about what? Can you be more specific with me? Something about control, self-control. Okay. Let's go to one of these questions here. Sweetie, did your brother hurt you? Is that what happened? He got too rough with you and he hurt you? Did he hurt you? You don't have to. You don't have to do that. You do not have to tell me anything if you don't want to. But I would really, really appreciate it. You're here to tell your story. You're here to tell what really happened that night. And nothing you say or do, you will not be in trouble. Anyone that's assisting JonBenet Ramsey, please keep her encircled with safety so that she doesn't feel scared. So she feels safe here. JonBenet, honey, did your brother hurt you? Your family was torn apart? I understand that. What do you mean? You wanted it to be okay. I know you wanted your family to be together. You wanted your family to be okay. I get that. I think everybody wants that for their family. I think everybody wants their family to stay together. But honey, if someone was hurting you, did you tell anybody? Did you tell anybody someone was hurting you all the time? No matter what I did, it wasn't good enough. Did your dad or your brother hurt you, honey? Or your mom? Just one. Say that again. Had to do what? Had to do what? Hold on a second. Can we go back to the question that I was just asking you? It doesn't matter if it was your brother, if it was your mom, or your dad. None of them had the right to hurt you, if that's what you're trying to say. How about this, sweetheart? You know your dad and your brother are still alive and they're here, okay? Not here in the building, no. But they are still living, they are still alive, living their lives. Do you have anything to say to them? It's almost like she's referencing in a way, why couldn't they just let me be? Like what she wanted to be, what she wanted to do. I understand that. Maybe she'll get more comfortable with the questions as we go along. So how did you and Burke get along when you were kids, when you were together? He tried so hard, but he was always so mad. Why would he be mad at you? Something about the pageant. What about the pageant? All the time. It's almost like all the time spent on her. It's almost like all the time spent on her, but he wanted the things what he wanted. He wanted it the way he wanted it. She says he was different. I think that's a way of saying, what do you mean different, sweetie? I think her way of saying he's different is maybe he has a form of a disability. You do matter. She said, I matter too. I said, yes, you do matter, honey. You always did matter. And people have always wanted to know, what was your voice like? What happened to you that day? You have a voice here. You're safe here. You can say whatever it is that you need to say here to let people know how you really felt. You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings here, sweetie. You know why. I know you know why. It's okay. She said, I know why. You know why they hurt you? You wanted to tell what? What did you want to say? You wanted to tell everybody how mean. Finish it. You can finish it. You can do it. It's almost like she's saying, I wanted to tell everybody how mean Burke was. Maybe that's what it is. I'm not sure what his diagnosis is, if he has a diagnosis. Oh, sweetie. She said something about the beauty pageant, and I just wanted to eat. I just wanted to eat. You had to stay thin. I'm sorry, sweetie. I'm sorry that life was hard for you there. Sometimes we can have the most beautiful place to live and we can have all the fancy things in the world, but it doesn't mean any of that makes us happy or the people around us are happy. Treated right, yeah. We're treated right, yeah. If there's anything that you'd like to say tonight, honey, please say it. Yep. She's, I'm JONBENET Ramsey and I matter. You 100% do matter here, sweetie. I love that you said that. You made my day. You made my night. Because it showed me you had some self-worth and you really wanted to be seen too. And you didn't want to be seen in the way that you were made to be seen, through the spectacle of everybody else's eyes because of your beauty. You wanted to just be seen as a normal kid, huh? She showed me like a picture of her on a bicycle. Like she didn't get to do the normal childhood things. She didn't get to have a bumper leg or things like that naturally. Things happened in the way everything was decided for her. She didn't have a choice in the matter of things. Most kids, have their first scraped knee, a first, summertime first fall. I call it the summertime first fall. Not her. It was anything that was done done out of rage, I guess you could say, out of anger. Time was spent with her like that. But even if it wasn't something that she wanted to do. It was like being forced to be this beautiful little. She reminded me of a beautiful little Barbie doll. But you're still a person and you're still normal. And I think you just want people to see you just for the way you are. You just wanted to change clothes. You mean you just wanted to be in normal clothes like a kid, right? Is that what you're saying? What do you mean? She said, I wonder why Mommy said no. Yeah, she couldn't be a simple little girl. Hi, four flying doves. Question wise, oh no, not yet. Will she understand it? I don't know, but I can ask about that. Right. Didn't think of that. So, JONBENET, honey, can I ask you a question about a note that was written? I think she's showing me a memory of something here. Hold on a minute. I don't want to speak ill of the deceased. So I'm trying to understand what she's showing me and trying to be respectful. Sweetie, do you know who wrote that ransom note the day that you were hurt? If I'm going to be honest with you, sweetheart, you know that you were hurt badly. And because when you say, why me, you understand in some capacity. Was Mom the one that wrote that note? I know you don't. I know you can't lie. I know. I can tell. Your energy is very sweet. Energy is very pure. So when you mean you can't lie, I trust you. So do you know who wrote that note? Slow down, sweetheart. You're talking about your brother. You don't have to rush here. I have time for you, okay? Burke lied. He got me in trouble. You just wanted to eat. You were hungry. So what happened, sweetie? What happened to you that night? You can tell me. Timestamp. When I asked that question, I don't know if you heard the background noise over above my head here. I know you said you were hungry and you didn't want to get in trouble. What happened, sweetheart? Who hurt you that night? Now, was it nighttime that you got hurt? Or was it daytime that you got hurt? Nighttime? Okay, sweetie. I just want to double check because I know some things about what happened, but I'm not sure on everything, so to speak. Is there something that you could tell me about what happened that nobody knows? It'd be really important if you could tell me that. Because nobody knows who hurt you. And I want you to understand something, sweetie. I know that you're a little girl, and I know that you don't want to tell on people and get anybody in trouble. I know you don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. But, sweetheart, you are a person. You were special, just like everybody else was. And it's not fair that someone hurt you and lied about it. I want you to please trust me and tell me the truth on who hurt you. You're not going to get anybody in trouble, honey. Because when the time is right, the people that hurt you will have to face what they've done to you. That does not mean you disobeyed anybody. That does not mean you went against anybody. I have a feeling that you are having a hard time telling me because of who it is. You don't have to feel guilty about anything. You don't have to hide anything for anybody anymore. I just want you to tell me. I don't want to say things that you didn't say. I don't want to say things because I feel them. I want you to be honest with me and tell me. You are safe here. You will not be, you are not going, it's a loyalty thing with her. So this tells me that this happened to her over and over again. Because it's like she's kind of holding back some, because I can feel it from her. But I just because I feel it, it doesn't mean that I'm going to repeat it. I always have to hear that side of the spirit. It's almost like she feels like she's betraying somebody for saying something. Now, honey, I promise you, telling me here tonight is not going to change the outcome of anything, because everything happens in its own time and space. Whether you say it here or down the road, someday something is going to come to light about the situation, and you do not have to cover for people anymore. It's not your job to cover up something so someone doesn't get blamed. Okay? So we understand. You heard the noise shell, right? That was above my head when I asked her. There's something that she showed me, and I'm still going to get to, but I wanted her to understand that she has no obligation to cover up anymore what she was going through, because what I saw, now, JONBENET, did mommy write that note that the police found in the home? It's like she goes quiet almost every time I almost get questions answered about her family. She talks about a lot about her brother and about how she was not able to just be that normal little kid. She always had to be this perfect little precious thing on the outside, but on the inside, it's not. anything that she wanted. Let me see. I'm going to ask you a really hard question, sweetheart, okay? Just remember when I tell you, you don't have to answer me. You are safe here, and you do not have to give me anything other than what you want to talk about. I'm just letting you know because I don't want you to feel forced here, okay? Can you tell me, timestamp again, can you tell me how you were hurt? Yeah, I know, sweetheart. She said it hurt really bad. I know you didn't lie, sweetie. Did you get told that a lot? Did you get told a lot that don't lie? Or I feel like she was told a lot, don't lie, that happened. You know, it's almost like you heard the noise again too, right? Okay. It's almost like if she was being told, don't lie, that's not true. Can you tell me what happened to you? Do you know what happened to you? Fell, hit, ground. So a fell, hit, ground. Choke. Okay. Okay, let me ask you this, okay? Did you know the person that hurt you? Were you with that person all the time, every day? Who? Okay, can you just one more time so I know I heard you right? The person that hurt you really bad, were you with that person all the time at home? Yeah. Okay. She's showing me it's almost like she's ashamed to say it. Like she feels so bad. Um I just I don't feel this baby's crossed over the way she's emotional, the way that she put her hands in her face and she told me, and she looks up at me and she looks like she's crying and she's like, yeah. Sweetheart, was it someone in your family? And if you don't want to tell me anything else, it's okay. Was it someone in your family that hurt you? Was it someone in your family that hurt you, JONBENET? Someone strangled her from behind. She's showing me this. JONBENET, when you show me this, okay, the person that hurt you is, I want to say, obviously taller than you. JONBENET, can I ask you one thing? I can see what they did here. You're showing me that. Can you be brave enough to show me who it is above? Because I see their shoulders almost, right? And I know they're taller than you, but can you show me who's behind you fully? Can you show me the person behind you? She has this guilt. Give me 1 second. I have to text my my husband's texting me. She has this guilt that if she says something, she broke her promise. It's like an abused child that loves her family even though stuff was going on and she doesn't want to get anybody in trouble. Oh, I plan on it. I plan on helping her cross. But my fear is if I do that, I will have to do that in a way someone that comes for her actually loved her. It's like almost like a person who has survivor's guilt. Like the person, their best friend or their family was in a car accident and they have survivor's guilt because they lived and they passed. It's almost like in the opposite with her. It's a form of guilt because she doesn't want anybody to get in trouble. Does that make sense for you guys? I'm going to ask that, Blue Eyes. Let me get to that. Make it then, and Shell, that makes sense because I want to get to the point of the letter because I never told you what she showed me yet. She shows me her mother with this note. Okay. Now we all know that was suspected anyway, but what stands out to me about this is she's showing me her mother's face. And it's like her eyes are huge and they're blue and they're big and it's like almost disassociative. It's almost like I'm being shown she's two different people. She's two different people. Which usually means one way in public, one way at home. But that night, the note being wrote, it's almost as if the person that wrote it almost like snapped out of It's like almost having someone who has two different personalities. It's like the Molly Tibbetts case I did years and years ago. I stated in the video that the person who took her would have a split personality. And when he went in front of the court, that was his defense that they used. He had a split personality. There's so much more to that case, but it's almost like she's showing me her mom had this split personality in that sense. The way she's looking at the note and she's trying to write it, and her eyes are huge. And, you know, obviously that had to have been after JONBENET was, you know, her life was taken. So symbolization of her eyes being so freakishly big out of fear or out of like disassociative is because there's so much to take care of now. There's so much to cover up. But she didn't say it to me. She showed it to me. And I did ask her, please show me if you won't tell me. And I'm going to try this right now with her. Because she showed me the steps. She showed me the shoes with the loafers and the pants. Like the person that took her down into the basement was in dress clothes, like a man wears a suit and they wear loafers, going down the stairs with her. And I saw 1, 2, 3 steps. Like there was about 3 or 4 steps that I saw, and I seen the kneecaps and the blanket and Shell, I'm not sure, but that's almost like in that moment maybe she snapped for a second. It's like something that happened in her brain where she completely disassociated with herself. But I also think she had issues with that, that weren't spoke about, that weren't treated. Something that went on with her that like a narcissism, like a something to that nature. Tell them this person get her. Yeah, and that's exactly what I, and like I said, I came into this completely open eyes. I want to hear it from her. Um, yeah, yeah. Um, JonBenét, sweetie, you know, I've been asking you all this time about who hurt you and what happened. If you don't want to tell me, that's okay. But you know what would be really, really appreciative? If you could help me, you could show me exactly what happened without telling me. Show me, sweetheart. I can see pictures. I can see, you wouldn't I don't know if you understand what visions are, but like you showed me the steps, like you showed me the man with the pants and the shoes. You could show me who wrote that letter. You can show me who hurt you. You showed me someone coming up behind you. She showed me somebody putting something around her neck and her trying to almost like grab it. You could show me, she's mentioning her brother again, Burke. Um, you can show me who hurt you. You can show me who wrote the letter again. There's a lot of things that you could show me about that day. Yeah, that's it. And that's another thing. You can, this might be hard on me to do, but I'll do it for you. So you don't have to tell me out of guilt or um, out of, you're not going to be punished here, honey. Um, show me your memories, honey. Show me your memories of what happened that day. She shows me her beautiful, she showed me her beautiful self. But something was wrong that night. She looked like she was crying. Something, I didn't want to do this. I didn't want to do this. Okay. Show me your memories, sweetheart. The day of that happened to you. Show me your memories. If that's all you want to do, show me your memories. Something about her mom wanting to arrange. She wasn't supposed to eat. She had to stay thin. She was so mad. JONBENET, sweetie, did Burke hurt you? Show me what happened that night. And mommy covered it up for him? Because a lot of people feel that way. But if there's something that's different that happened, please show me. Show me so I understand. What about your head? Timestamp again. What about your head, sweetie? Show me what happened to your head that day. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like I remember this. Something about her head had a big mark on it. I remember this. Sweetie, I think I remember seeing something about this, your head, right? Can you show me how it happened, though? I understand. I remember seeing something about it years ago, but could you tell me how that happened? How did that get there? Show me how that happened. I'm so sick. She's saying, she's showing me something. She's saying, she's referencing a memory. I'm so sick of you. I'm so sick of you. Everything's about you. Everything's about you. So who hurt you that night, sweetie? What did they hit you with? So loud. She said, when something about her head, she said, It sounded so loud. It sounded so loud. Whatever they hit her with, she said it sounded so loud. I felt so cold. Yeah. I understand, sweetie. I understand what that means. Okay. Okay. She tried to make it look one way. When you say Burke got away with it, what do you mean? Who hit you in the head? Can you show me who hit you in the head? She's showing me his smile. He was always smiling, but he was very underneath that smiling. It was just emptiness. There's a lot of rage. He could be fine one minute and be happy, and the next minute he's like attacks, like he hits, he hurts. You lied before for him. Yeah. I understand, sweetheart. It can be hard to tell on your family because you feel you're going to get them in trouble. And, sweetie, no family should hurt you. Can I ask you if it was, can I just, so we understand here, did a stranger hurt you, sweetheart? Was it somebody outside of your house? No. Okay. Was it someone your family knew? No. Okay. Something about the truth. What about the truth, honey? You were cold a really long time. I understand. I understand. Um, saying that I was cold a really long time. That tells me there was enough time to get a lot of things done prior to the whole entire outcome of it. Um, JONBENET, honey. Now I remember them, your mom and your dad, saying that someone broke into your house and hurt you. They talked about the window. They talked about climbing down the window or the basement window. Was that a lie or was that truthful? She said, I don't remember any of that. What do you remember about that day, sweetheart? Something about picking a fight, picking a fight, picking a fight with her. Mom got so angry. She had enough. She's, yeah, okay. Everything's about you. Everything's about you. Just wanted to eat. She repeats that to me all the time. I just wanted to eat. So she was being called selfish. You're selfish. You're selfish. It's almost like it's like saying you're selfish. You shouldn't be doing this. I do so much. I do so much. Um, I don't know if you could answer this, sweetheart. I'm not, yeah, see, I don't know what she was hit with. She just speaks about them being so angry, so angry. JONBENET, is there anything, honey, that we don't know? That we don't know? When you say check the floorboards, the floor, what floor are we talking about? I'm sure that all of that was checked, sweetie. I'm sure of it. I mean, I'm not sure really what they looked at, but I mean, I would assume, but then again, you can't assume because look at Sebastian Rogers' case, right? Perfect example. Yes, she did mention golf club earlier. Where is it? Hold on, I gotta find it. I wrote it down. Golf club. Right there. See it? Golf club where my finger is. Yeah. Their house was demolished. Can you guys look up and because she talks about the floorboard. Look at the floorboard. Look at the floorboard. Does anybody know if there was any type of? See, I don't know if they had that back then. No. So we have forensics teams now, right? They all go into homes and they can do all that amazing stuff to where they find evidence through light, through luminol. I don't know if they had it back then. The things that we have now, we did not have in 1996. I mean, it's amazing how far we've come in forensics. Something about check the floorboards, check the floorboards. When we talk about the letter, JONBENET, okay? I know that Mom's paintbrush was used as a weapon or a tool to hurt you. Okay. So the word plant, but it's like I'm so tired of having to fix everything for you, fix everything for you. As she's talking to herself, she's doing something in her hands, almost like the tool itself. Got away with it. And I know all her DNA was excluded. I know they passed, I think they all passed polygraphs. But I mean, as you know, you can use gloves to do that kind of thing. Polygraph, anybody can pass a poly. They had it in 1998. Okay, so they had it in 1998. What did they have then versus what they have now? That's my question. Did they have the ability to comb or forensically go over items to look at, things like that? That would be my question, I guess. I'm just going to say blue eyes, okay? She showed me a picture of that. And the person that did it wasn't much taller than her, oddly. JonBenet, honey, the person, okay, this is one of those hard questions we talked about, okay? The person that did this to you, that wrapped that awful thing around your neck, that just disgusting, that hurt you. Um, who was it? Who was it, sweetie? Can you just show me the picture if you don't want to tell me? I know you know. She goes, I know. I said, I know you know. Shame. You don't have to be ashamed here, sweetie. I could have lived. Yes, yes, and you know what? It's okay. It's okay because nothing stays hidden forever, honey. Nothing stays hidden forever. Whether you tell me or we're going to see it in the news one day, something will happen that will end up showing us what really happened to you. But I would really like to just hear it from you, as hard as that may be. When we step forward, honey, and you're a brave soul, you're a brave person, little person, honey. And by you just being here with me tonight shows me how brave you really, really are. But shame is not one of those things that you need to feel. You do not need to feel ashamed. I know you love your mom. You don't, I know. She said, I love my mom, but I just don't want to tell. They did not thoroughly check the house or treat as a crime scene. There was semen found by autopsy. Whose was it? She says that was placed there. She said nobody hurt her there. She says she wasn't assaulted that way. So my question is, who put it there, honey? Um, I'm confused a little bit, okay? I'm an adult, but you know, sometimes I get confused by the things that I hear. So if you could please help me, JonBenet, make me understand, okay? Who they found something on your underwear, okay? As you already know, whose was that? She says she doesn't know. It was just placed there. It's just placed there. Sidekick says no semen, no evidence of SA found. Just double checked it. She's saying something was placed on her underwear. What do you mean? Are we talking about hair DNA or are we talking about that? I don't want to say that word to her. I don't think it's okay to use that word with her. No, she wasn't essayed. No, she says she wasn't. She feels ashamed because her family, when you are a little child and you're being hurt or you're being abused, you're going to look at as ashamed if you tell. And it's like, can you imagine being told, don't tell anybody this happened? You don't want me, or you don't want mom or dad to go to jail, do you? You don't want Burke to end up anywhere, do you? Think about the guilt that she faced every single day, or on a everyday basis, for wanting to tell somebody or wanting to do something and being guilt stricken. Think about that. Think about where she heard or she felt this. I would, it's in classic cases of abuse. If you tell anybody this happened, your mommy and daddy could go to jail, or daddy, or, you know, think about it that way. If you want to leave, honey, you can go now, okay? You don't have to stay here, okay? You don't have to stay here. I know you want to go home, but sweetie, home is no longer a place where you could go, okay? And that's very hard to explain to you. Home is in a different place now. And I want you to be brave, because home is a place where it's really bright and it's really beautiful and it's peaceful and there's no pain and there's no worries. It's just a beautiful place where you feel happy all the time. There is no fear, there is no guilt, there is no shame. Everyone is happy in that place. Do you want me to help you go there? You have to hold my hand and I'll walk you there, okay? I always tell people that have crossed, and there's, you know, they're kind of like you, JONBENET. They're in a place where there's no time, and, you know, you might feel a little sad, you could be happy, or you still have your earthly bound feelings. But when it's time to cross over, all of that bad stuff just goes away. And I always tell people, picture a favorite place where you want to go with a doorway that you open, and I will have someone really special waiting for you, okay? And you can go with whoever it is that you choose, okay? I will not call over anybody for you that you don't want to go with, okay? Nope, nope. I will not ask her for her to be there with you, okay? I know. It's okay. You want your grandma? Okay. So, even though I'm not going to give you my hand, I can still give you my hand to hold. But in spirit, you're a person still. You can hold my hand and I'll walk you to that door. And I'll have your grandma waiting for you, okay? But you have to choose to go, sweetie. You have to choose to want to go through that door. I can take you to the door. I can have your grandma waiting for you. But you have to choose to go, okay? Can't be afraid, because you know what? When you get over there, it's going to be so much fun. There's only going to be happiness there. She said, would you tell Burke goodbye for me? And that I tried to understand. Yes, I will. So, when you're ready, you tell me. Where do you want? Where's your favorite place that you want to go? Okay. So, I will ride bikes with you. Okay. We'll ride a bike. So when I say this, I visualize this with her. This is how we do it in spirit. So you and me are going to ride a bike. You can ride your own bike, okay? I want you to picture the most prettiest bike ever. And I'll have my bike. And I will take you to that door. Well, we're going to drive on the bike together. We're going to go to that special doorway, okay? And then we'll open it together. And I'll have your pretty grandmother waiting for you, okay? Okay. Also, okay. So when you're ready, we can go. I would like the grandmother of JONBENET Ramsey to come to her aid to cross over. She's waiting for you. She called for you. Okay, JONBENET, when you're ready, we can go. We're going to go right down that path. Yep. It's like she's showing me this pretty, it's like this path where you can ride a bike on, and it's got trees everywhere, and it looks like a summer day, and I have a doorway waiting for her. Okay. Let's go see your grandma. Are you ready? She gave me a hug. Welcome. Okay, open that door. I'm right here with you, okay? Open that door. It's safe. Goodbye, sweetie. These are the kind of things that bother me the most. Having to hold on to an energy to help them go. Excuse me, I have something on my nose. When I know a spirit is not crossed is when they're still tied to that emotional, physical bond of the physical world. I cross many people over in different ways. Children are the easiest to cross over because they have to trust you. But she didn't ask for her mom. She asked for her grandmother. It's very hard to walk children over to the other side because their trust has to be so embedded in you. But to know that she's been hanging around all these years, it's very hard to know that someone will stay in between that long. And I understand now why she did. I think she was afraid that her mother would be waiting for her in some way, that she would be in trouble, or sadly. So she's stuck here. She's stuck here for all this time because she didn't want to move forward. Sometimes they have to want to go. They have to understand that they have to go, but they're afraid to go because sometimes they just choose to go on their own. Sometimes they choose to stay. And in this instance, I wanted to go into this reading completely open, to believe that there was somebody else out there that was capable of doing such horrible things. I told you in the beginning, I will not believe it was her family unless she told me. So I was really hoping by the end of this that we would have had something more of a, just something more. And to know that they went above and beyond to cover things up, and just to, she even said something about covering something to make it look more than what it is. That was rough towards the end. I mean, it took me a while to get her to trust me in some ways. The kids really get me emotionally wise. That's the hardest part of crossing them over, is they trust you. A complete stranger, they trust you. They have to know your energy to trust you. Do you guys have any questions? I mean, I hate getting emotional like this. I don't like to cry in front of people. This is hard on me. And the horrible part for me was when she said, please tell Burke I tried to understand, and goodbye. So even then, in that moment, she wanted to see the good in her brother. I was hoping that, she would tell me a man from the outside came in, or somebody came in that I didn't know. But she made it very, very, very clear to me, the things that she had to hear out of anger, out of timestamp. This is gonna bother me all night, but she needed it. And I the 3 times of my computer acting up, I do feel like that was someone trying to defer me from not being able to get on here and talk about it in spirit. It happened when I began talking about Sebastian last time. I'm kind of left speechless, guys. I'm never this speechless at the end of a live. I'm sorry. Do you guys have any questions for me tonight? Oh, God, that was rough. Laura, so did both of her parents cover up for Bert, or was Patsy the one that hurt her? I don't think the father hurt her. I didn't get that at all. It was, to me, she showed me everything about her mother, and that there was a person that brought her down in the basement. I saw a man's legs and feet. I did not see a woman that brought her down. But that also told me, you have to realize when a person's gone, their physicality becomes, excuse this term, dead weight. And even though JonBenet was little, a woman might have had a harder time bringing her downstairs. So I think in the general aspect, I do feel the male carried her downstairs. Whether that may be who, I don't know, but I saw legs, I saw feet, and the feet were these, they looked like expensive brown leather loafers. They looked like, but to me, I was seeing things not of color anyway, but the shoes, they just looked like they resembled brown loafers. The dress pants. Maybe her mom was around her right now before she went to the door. No, because at the moment when I felt her pull away from me here, I think she felt unsafe for a viable moment. And the thing about that was I saw her mother holding her hand and she let her go, which pissed me off. That's why I said, please surround JonBenet at all times and keep her safe and protected here. And that's when she asked me, is my mom going to be there? And she was afraid when she said that. And I said, no, she's not going to be there. It's like calling over a protector. So she's not able to walk to the other side with someone she didn't want to. She had a choice. She made a choice to go with her grandmother. That's who came for her. Also, the name Elaine, also that popped through at that moment too. I'm not sure who Elaine was. I do feel mom did this. The other person brought her downstairs. Yeah, I noticed the camera zooming in and out a little bit. Like I stated, to throw it off subject so I get my mind off it, go to my mugwort video and place your name for a drawing for a free reading of your loved one. I'm going to be doing that by the end of next week. Tuesday is our members only live. So I definitely will be doing that, a 2-hour live, Zoom live, not on here. My members, my members from Perks, we do Zoom lives now. So that's their private time with me. I don't post them here anymore. I didn't ask her that, Susie. She fixed the pineapples on her own. I don't know. I didn't ask her that. That wasn't a question I was asked prior to, or I would have asked her already. So those are the updates. I'm left speechless tonight, as you can see, as my whole demeanor has changed. It really screwed me up tonight. To know a child just understands what abuse is in the after, and doesn't want to and get anybody in trouble. That really got me hard. That really got me really hurt in my heart really hard. That tells me there was a lot going on in that home that nobody knew about. It could be, Susie. I'm not sure. I would assume so. It didn't hit me to ask that. I'm not sure on that. I would have asked that if the question was brought up. I was so focused on trying to, get her to let me know, to tell me, show me something. Patsy fixed the pineapples for Burke. She talked about she was just hungry and just so much went on there. So Tuesday's live for members perks is I'm going to be picking one of the members for a full tarot read. I'm going to be picking one person for a spiritual read of their family member. And also I will be teaching a practice that I couldn't get to the last time because for some reason the volume went out in my computer, which made no sense because there was nothing wrong with my computer at the time. So please just definitely put in for under the mugwort video, put your name under there. If I haven't read you already, if I've already done a reading for you, please do not place your name under there and give it to somebody else because I can't, I don't want to, I want to have everybody to have equal opportunity. Okay. I'll give it about 10, 15 more minutes and then we'll hang it up for the night. Since everything with the JONBENET, if you notice my throat is hoarse, my face is a little red. I mean, to understand that with everything that went on in the reading, that's probably from me getting upset, but my throat is very hoarse. And if you can see, it's very red. Very red. Teresa, you are already a member from what it looks like on here. So what you're going to do is download Zoom. Okay? To those people that are my members, download Zoom. That ones that don't know how to do it, download Zoom. Send me your email address through my Facebook Messenger. And then I will send you an invite. Well, we're going to do a 2 to 3 hour live on Zoom for my members. Oh, thank you, honey. Miss Cool Molly. I said to. Oh, yes. I'm being told Travis Decker, and I opened my notebook up to where we had our reading for him to find out what was going on with the girls and how somebody sent me a notification of Travis Decker. They think they might have his possible remains deep into a hiking trail. So I was asked about that. Miss Laura K, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the fam. I'm being told Stefan Stearns took the easy way out. Easy way out. Hello, hello. We have some late viewers coming in. I definitely a lot of messages coming through my phone. Okay. Wow, guys, I'm just speechless tonight. Oh my God, I'm trying to click back here. So I am going to get off this, guys. I'm not much good of anything right now. My brain is just really screwed up from this reading. I'm having like kind of like moments of stillness to where I have to really think of what I need to say, and that's usually not like me. I'm usually right into the things right after. Tonight I'm not. So I'm just gonna hang this up for the night and just gather myself and go ground my energy. I'm really saddened by the reading we just did. Okay, everybody. So Tuesday I will see my Perks members on Zoom Live. For those who no, honey, I got your email, April. Yeah, I definitely need to take time to regroup. I'm having like a whole blankness to my just to hear that much and to know that a child could be that broken still all these years later. She needed this solace. She needed to just be able to say something and cross over. Thank you, everybody. Um, so Tuesday is going to be our members live, Zoom live, and then let me just check the dates here. I don't want to give it dates that I'm screwed up on. Okay, let me just check my calendar here. So Tuesday will be the Members Perks Live, which is the 23rd. I'm gonna do an 8 p.m. to a 10 p.m. if you guys are okay with that. And then the 30th, we're gonna do the drawing for the free reading. The 30th, okay, and that will be an 8 o'clock reading. So I will announce who that's going to be on one of the lives. Don't forget to join the live every day at 2 o'clock during the weekdays. The weekends I will not be doing a live. So I will do. You have to get underneath the mugwort video and place your name. If you place it anywhere else other than that, I'm not going to answer or respond to it. You have to really make sure you go under that video specifically and put your name there. For anybody that's already had a reading, don't put your drawing in because I want someone else to get a reading. Yeah. See my throat? See the markings on my neck? And this is what spirit does when I feel their pain or I feel I'm trying to get my hair out of the way. I have not touched my neck, not once. Do you see that? So make sure you guys stop in for the live on 2 o'clock, at 2 o'clock every day, starting Mondays. Mondays, I'll pick up my 2 o'clock lives. They're only 40-minute lives. I'll be doing those every day at 2, Monday through Friday, if most days. I will tell you if I can't be on. I will announce the person for a free reading on a 2 o'clock live next week. So pay attention and be there because I'm not sure what day it's going to be yet. Yes, the magical mugwort video. Yes. Yes. It's basically my last video, not my last live. Okay, everybody. You tried what earlier? Tried putting a membership in? what you have to do is go to one of the lives and go to the description where it says perks members. You have to tap on that, and you can go from there. It gives you whatever. They're insanely cheap. They're from $4.99 to I think to $14.99. I'm not sure, but it's no more, no less. But the members that I do, we do our own Zoom private lives together. I'm not putting them up on here anymore because I don't want people to have access to some people's personal lives that way. A lot of people want it to be just the group that they're in, and I completely understand that. So I've given them a way to have a more private learning substitution and or reading or tarot card. Some of the lives that we do for members, I'm going to start showing you guys how to make certain products that I use specifically for spiritual practices. Herbal blends. What I'll do is I'll be talking you guys through it. You'll see my hands and you'll see the equipment and you'll see the herbs and what I place in together. Okay? So everybody have a great night. I'm going to go home and decompress, clear my energy out, and just get myself straight before I go to bed. Okay, everybody? Have a great night, and I'll see those members on Tuesday. I believe the time might be already in. Go to my community page. I might have said 7. I could be wrong. Maybe not 8, but I prefer 8 p.m. for us. So if it says 7, it's going to be 8, just so we all know here. I'm going to be, I take time with my grandkids very seriously. We read together, we do all that stuff before bed, and I'm very serious about my time with them and putting them to bed and all that. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you so much, honey. Well, guys, I hope that you have an amazing night. I'm sorry for losing it. I try not to, but it's hard sometimes. I'm human. So thank you for being here tonight, and just give JONBENET Ramsey a shout out in your prayers. Whatever religion you pray in, or just fly high, angel. That's all. Oh, honey, you join when you join. There's no force or commitment. We all have time together, so don't worry about that. We're here together anyway. I don't push the memberships on people. I just tell people the perks of having it, which is having more time on here with me. The lives on here are mostly a simple card read or a spirit session with, like specifically tonight, or a free reading here and there, or just some magical information that I like to share from my practice. The Zoom lives are more of in-depth learning, spirit sessions, tarot card readings, or people talking about their paranormal experiences that they don't want to share on here. A healing course that we go through. There's going to be a lot more things that we learn from this. So, all right, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Go back to the video. See if you hear anything in the background. You might hear. Use earphones. You might hear spirit speaking. You might hear voices or whispers. Most of the time, that's what usually is in the videos. When I said timestamp, listen for a reason. Okay. Yes, God bless the innocent, for sure. Absolutely. All right, guys. It was a pleasure being here with you tonight. Yeah, I'm sure you did hear many noises because I heard them. They were very loud tonight. And it just so happened to be when I asked JONBENET specific questions, if you guys paid attention, I feel like that was, when I said, please keep her protected, I think that was a tactic to kind of make her feel afraid. And that's why I chimed in very quickly. Please protect her at all costs. This is a place for her to be safe. So, all right, everybody. I hope you have a phenomenal night. I'll see those on Tuesday. I'll see the person that I pick on the following Tuesday. But in between those days, I do a live every day starting Monday through Friday, most times from 2 to 2:40 every day. Okay? All right, everybody. It was great to see you all. Have a great night and watch your six.